it's Alpaka and I'm taking a gander today at F1 2015. Brand new game that's just been released by Codemasters. I'm going to take a look at it to see how it stacks up against, well, the last few years of F1 games, and also to see whether or not it's any good. Hopefully it is. Now, one thing I've noticed already is that when you go to launch it from Steam, sometimes it asks you if you want to play the 2014 season or the 2015 seasons, and other times it doesn't ask you, which is a bit odd. It just skips that. For those that don't know, F1 2015 includes both those seasons, so it should pop up every time. But there's been a few times when I've launched it when it hasn't popped up to ask. It just automatically assumes you want to play 2015. And in addition to that, you can't just easily switch between the seasons by the looks of things. You actually have to exit the game. Little inconvenient, but hey ho. Anyway, I'm going to go straight into a race. Well, actually before I do that, I'm just going to show you one thing that I've noticed, which is, if you look at all these drivers here, they all look really, really sad. I mean, look at them, they all look sad. I mean, oh my god. Red Bull Racing, the only one that's happy is Daniel Ricciardo. He is the only person that is happy. Then you've got bloody Daniel Kvyat next to him. He looks so upset. I mean, look at, why is he, what has happened to him that's made him so upset? It's like he's remembered some kind of traumatic childhood. Let's move on. Mercedes, they both look meh. They don't look happy, they don't look sad, they just kind of look like they're secretly plotting to blow up another car. And it's pretty much the same story with all the drivers. They all kind of look either sad or angry. I mean, he's got massive eyes. His eyes are huge compared to anyone else's. I don't know quite why. And Grosjean looks so pale. I mean, he is pale, but he looks so pale there. Once again, just kind of a meh kind of face. It's like, I'm getting ready to race. No, I'm just kind of like, oh, another day in the office. Oh, God. Yeah, it's kind of like that with all the drivers, like I said. And for most of the drivers, I mean, that is clearly Alonso. That is clearly Button. But some of the newer drivers, I mean, I can tell it's Vettel. Something doesn't seem right with Raikkonen. I can't put my finger on it, but something doesn't look right. Same with Williams. Massa! It looks like, I don't know, I mean, I can tell it's Massa, but something's not right. Bottas, yeah, fair enough. That looks like him. I mean, it's the same with most of the faces, actually. I mean, oh, sorry, for a moment there I thought that was Vettel. I thought, that's not, but yeah, Vettel's not in Red Bull anymore, he's in Ferrari. But the face modelling just seems a bit odd. But I'm gonna go with Williams. No, I'm gonna go with Ferrari. Never mind. I'm gonna go the Iceman. I'm gonna go Raikkonen. And I'm going to do the race. 5 laps to do it. What track did I select? Monza, that's right. I couldn't remember there. Now this is a bit of an odd one here because the game actually loads in the background when you're doing your settings. Whereas before what you would do is you do your settings and then it starts loading in. Which was something that kind of surprised me. Well, not surprised me, kind of caught me off guard because I was thinking, why does it say close settings? Surely it would say race or something like that, but it's because it's already loaded. I mean, look, it's now loaded in, so I quite like that feature that lets you choose those settings while it's loading. And yeah, I mean, fair enough. The only thing I would note is I appear to be stuck at 38 frames per second at the moment when recording. I might change the settings just to try and get that to 60. But it got patched today, day 1 patch. Prior to that, I did play it right after it came out, and at this point here, where it says load car setup is wide, that didn't exist. The first time I played it, you could only start, you couldn't change your setup. I was just like, why is that not a thing? But it's now a thing. So there have been a few small issues here and there. The game looks really nice. I mean, it's a step up from the last few games. I've not experienced the wet at the moment in the rain, so I can't really speak of that at the moment. One thing I have noticed actually, there seems to be a bit of motion blur going on, so I kind of want to disable that if possible. I don't like motion. No, that doesn't. Oh, ambient occlusion. That doesn't really matter. It's got all the settings that you expect. Fair enough. Let's just yeah, let's go to racing. I mean, the graphics look really nice. It seems a bit brighter than the last games, and it took a little bit getting used to it first because, I don't know, everything's just seemed a bit closer, and I don't know, I've never raced on this track on this game, so I might not have everything down. The cars seem to squirm a bit more under braking, I've noticed. I don't know if that's just me inexperienced, or if that's genuinely a thing that happens now, but yeah, they seem to squirm a little bit going left and right under braking. I've instantly gone down to 9th place. I'm finding it hard to concentrate on the game and talk at the same time, as is always the case. Come on, up the inside. I'm alongside. No, I'm not along. Yeah, but there we go. Get into 8th. I'm blabbering. Let's try and. Come on, come on. Oh, that was a bit sneaky. But still, 30 FPS remains. God damn it! I was hoping for 60. Come on, give me 1080p 60. I mean, it's definitely not Fraps that's locked it to 30. Because it's set to record at 60. So I don't know why it is currently saying 30. Oh, God, I'm all over the place there. That did not go well. I'm going to turn the sound up just a little bit so I can hear the game a bit more. So if I can tell if anyone's coming up the side of me. So yeah, as I was saying, no idea why it's recording at 30. Because before I started recording, it was running at about, well, I think the max that I was doing was 60, but Fraps was indicating 120. Fraps doing what it just says whatever. Or maybe I was getting 120, I don't know. But I was, oh God, that has gone horribly wrong. I've crashed into my teammate and I'm going backwards. And I've been given a 3-second penalty. That's just, oh God! I didn't realise the racetrack was right there. I'm not this bad, I'm honest. I'm telling you the truth. Oh God, everything's just piled up around me. Strangely enough, I got no damage there, despite the fact that damage is full on. Which brings me to another point. I've noticed that despite the fact that damage is full, damage does not seem to, like, wings don't go flying off very easily. I mean, in the last games, the wings and wheels and all that didn't come off very easily either, but they came off more easily than this. It doesn't seem very realistic. The cars spinning sort of do, but there are times when you hit a car or get hit at a weird angle and you spin like a Beyblade. I'm showing my age there. And it's crazy. Some of the things are crazy. And one thing is that I cannot for the life of me find the INI config file or whatever that allows me to change that. Because in the past F1 games, there was a file called car underscore settings or underscore parts or something like that, and by editing that file you could increase the amount of damage. Well, sort of. It meant that it would take lower speeds to knock off stuff, lower impacts to knock off parts of your car, which was good. I always had that number up a bit higher than it should because it made it feel a bit more realistic, made it meant that you didn't take unnecessary risks. Well, not necessarily unnecessary risks, necessarily unnecessary, but it meant that you didn't go stupid, you didn't go barging through, because there was a risk of you losing parts of your car. And when you're racing, that's never a good thing. It's never something that you aim to do. Unless, of course, it's shedding weight, in which case maybe you do. I mean, hell, I don't see these wing mirrors doing me any help, apart from helping me see what's behind. But who cares what's behind you? You're looking in front. But instant replay system, I believe, used to be a hotkey. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I played. You now have to go into settings, go to instant replay or flashback, and select that. Which I don't mind. However, let's just do that for a second. The instant replay, they have addressed a big feature that this is okay. I appear to be in 2 dimensions here. What the hell? What was... It's fixed itself. I have no idea what happened there. I was straddling the line between dimensions there. But one of the big things that I hated about the last F1 games was that the instant replay was so short. You got into a crash and you could only flash back instant replay pretty much to the point where the crash was beginning. Now you can literally go back a mile. That is a mile I've gone back there. So that's good. I'm straddling dimensions again. Okay, anyway, let's do our flashback. And let's crash. I want to crash into a car. It's not something you should... Once again, it's not something you should do when you're racing, but for purposes of this test, I'm crashing to you! I've missed. I've hit the wall though. When you crash... Oh god, there goes a wheel. When you crash, everything goes grey. But unfortunately, if you're, let's say, I don't know, recording a montage series of crashes from F1, and you kind of crash and your car's unplay, it means going into cinematic mode here, into instant replay, into flashback mode automatically, and, well, it's in grayscale. And it's not as good for recording than it would be in colour, I feel personally. I don't know how others will feel about it, but it means that you can only really capture the crashes that happen where you don't actually end up wrecking your car. And those crashes, albeit maybe entertaining in some cases, aren't necessarily as good as the ones where you completely write off your car. Literally, I mean, the insurance company will come along, they'll be like, oh no. You can't race that anymore. No, we're just writing off. And you'll be like, no, please let me. And they'll be like, no, you can't. I mean, it's got no wheels. I mean, the engine is now in another car. It is currently embedded in the side pod of another car. Your wing is embedded in the crowd. You can't race this. And it's unfortunate when that happens. But yeah, sometimes you'd like to see all that in colour. I mean, who wouldn't want to see a crash like that in colour in a game? So yeah, there's a few small points that are sticking with me with this game. The price point, I mean, you're getting the 2014 season for essentially free, but do I need it? Am I going to play it? I don't know. I've not tried it yet. What do I think of the game overall? It's pretty good. It's nice. Runs smoothly. It's a brand new engine from what I'm aware. It's still the Ego engine, but it's a new version as far as I'm aware. And oh god, I've not done that corner successfully once. Instead of going round it, I just went through it. What, time penalty? What? Cutting the corner? Yeah, I cut the corner, but it took me a month. Maybe I'll show you a race after this where I'm actually doing not too bad. Look at this overtake, look at it! Come on! Oh! Never mind! Oh god damn, I kept spinning. Oh god. Let's not go onto the track because I am going to crash. I think that's everyone. Oh! Yes! Yes, come on! Race! Don't let... Who is this? Who are you? Mary? Are you Merry Christmas? Oh god! Yeah, keep on the track. Come. Oh damn it! Now I've been passed by Kvyat, and now I'm passing Kvyat. Get off the road! Oh god! That's one of the instances. I mean, like you spin round like a Beyblade. It's a significant loss in downforce. I'm not moving. There's not going to be any downforce. I think it's this way. Yeah, it is. Oh god, the tire. That would be the loss of downforce. Oh god, there's bits of wing here. It looks like I'm going to have to go into the pits. I've not been into the pits yet. I mean, at all in this game. This is going to be interesting. How is it? How does it go? Is it smooth? I remember in the last version there was a few bugs with it. Like, for example, a car would just randomly stop. Which actually reminds me, I should probably upload that video at some point. I'll upload it sometime in the next week, I think. Literally. Though in F1 2014, there was a racetrack. It happened a few times early on, where you could go into pits, and the cars would all just randomly stop, and you would clip through the cars until, unfortunately, you find one car that isn't clippable, and you just crash into the back of it in the pits. It was just like, why is this a thing? Why is this happening? In other cases, you went into the pit lane, you went into your pit stop, pit crew even, and then they would service your car, and then your car would vanish. So, and well, never mind. Looks like I'm not going to see it again because the race is finished. Oh well. that's oh well. I like how it says 2015 live at the top right. Who are they saying that for? It's a quick race. Do you why? Where am I? Oh, I'm finishing. Oh no, I'm finishing last. Right. Okay. Another thing here is it gives you the option Y to replay. Okay, fair enough. If I hit A and then A again, then it shows me a replay anyway. But not only that, if I hit Y, it then gives me the options. Why not just give me the options? In fact, and if you hit B to go back from the replay, it doesn't actually take you to that same bit, as I realised. So if you accidentally hit B to go back, then yeah, you don't get to see the rest of the replay. Multiplayer. Now I don't like the multiplayer at the moment in this. It's weird. It doesn't give you a server browser, or I can't figure it out. Essentially, you select your mode, of which there is a lot. You search for it. It's searching for a hopper session, and then it puts you back into the main menu. And then up at the top, it says it's searching for hopper session wheel to wheel. And during this time, you can go for another race, and then it'll put you into the multiplayer race when it's ready. But yeah, I want a session browser. I just want to see what sessions are available and then join it. And I can't see a way of doing that. I could be blind. I could well be blind. But at this moment in time, I cannot see such a feature. And that annoys me. And once again, settings are inside my F1. Because, yeah, oh wait, no. Switch to 2014 season. Question is, will that close the game? Probably. I'm not going to risk it while recording. I might throw in a little note in the description, or even a vocal note just saying that that's what it does. Settings. Let's have a look at the controls. I'm using a keyboard. No, I'm not using a keyboard. Why did I say that? I'm using a controller. Let's driving controls. Okay, that's alright. Can you? Okay, by the looks of things, you can create custom. Yeah, you can create a custom key. You can't change keys. It just gives you presets, or existing preset. I don't want to overwrite the existing preset. I just want to kind of. I don't know. Just force feedback. Fair enough. Whatever. Audio. Let's have a look at them. Separate audio sliders. Excellent. Enable subtitles. Yeah, I mean, cool. Yeah, why not? Graphics. Look, benchmark test. Run benchmark. I like the fact that it has a benchmark in it. It's just a nice little feature. It's not necessary, but yeah, fair enough. Crowd high. Well, the crowd quality isn't that great to begin with, so I presume that it doesn't really matter. Vehicle reflections. Yeah, fair enough. Skid marks. What happens if skid marks blending Intel? Why can't I do that? Why is it not letting me do that? I have an Intel i7. Or does it only allow you if you use Intel integrated graphics? If so, that's weird, because that would only really be used on a laptop, because most people with a desktop will be using a dedicated graphics card. For example, an AMD graphics card, or an NVIDIA graphics card. I don't... I mean, some people, yes, they will be using Intel graphics, but not many people, so... I don't understand that option. But that's just where I've came from. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how the game looks, but it's missing some things. I mean, the menus, it looks fine the way it is. The texture quality in the actual game looks okay. The drivers could use some work. As I said earlier, they all look so sad and not the best looking. They could do with a bit more, I don't know, polygon count or whatever, I don't know. They just could do with a better textures, better modelling, I don't know. They just don't quite look... Well, it's finally found a session. That only took half a year. Actually, how long? Maybe 2 or 3 minutes, I don't know. Oh. It appears that sound is already on. I hate this game because by default it has microphone on and I don't want it on. That's one thing I hate about these games, is that it always has it on. What? What? You mean I can't change that? No. Really, I can't. Surely there is a setting somewhere to mute the microphone. That can't just be automatically on, because I saw it there. It was clearly on. And inside there, I mean, it's not any of these. It has to be settings. It's not any of these apart from audio. You go in there, there is speech volume. Does that mean me speaking or speech in the game? I mean, it says speech volume, then engineer speech. That's not really that clear. I mean, that might not even be me. That might be other people talking. I really don't know. The only other place for that to be is in multiplayer, which well, there's nothing there. Unless it's inside the thing, and I don't really want to go in a session talking at the moment because I will bore the ass of them. And I don't really want to do that. I mean, if I could go in there, I could not talk. But if I don't want to edit the video as much as I plan to do, then... Or, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. I'll find out later whether or not you can mute your microphone, because if not, then that is, yeah. Also, it kind of implies that there's more options than there is, because I mean, look up there. Look at the right above the car. It shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes. That's kind of how I was expecting it to be laid out. 9 different things going left to right to click on for your options. No, there's really only one option. Settings. The other one is switch to 24 credits. Who cares? Create a new save game. Autosave. That's good to have on for a career. And then inside settings, you've got 3. So, I don't know. Is it what I expected? For the most part, yes. But there are some disappointments in there, unfortunately. Is it worth the money? Ooh, difficult to say. If you're into the Formula 1 games, then it might be worth a shot. However, I would really strongly recommend waiting for it to maybe be in a sale or to come down in price, because £35.99 is a big ask. A very big ask. I would maybe recommend £24.99, and even at the price of £24.99, I would hugely recommend that they change a few things first, because it feels like a finished game, but it feels like it's missing something. It doesn't feel like it was ready for release as such. I mean, it feels like I said, it feels complete. It feels like a complete game. But there's just something. I can't put my finger on exactly what. Maybe a little bit of polish. It's been polished a lot, but I'm not sure it's quite... I don't know how to formulate the words that I'm saying. It just... that's just how I'm describing it. I can't think of a sentence to describe it. This has been Alpaka taking a gander at F1 2015. I'm probably sure that you're confused about my reaction at the moment. All that you need to know is that I am disappointed, unfortunately. I was really wanting this to be even better than last year, and it's kind of mediocre at this moment in time. So we'll see how it is in a week, and then after that, then yeah. Unfortunately, I've actually played more than 2 hours, so if I did want a refund, then I can't take it back. But to be honest, I've enjoyed it enough to not want to take it back. So, although I don't necessarily think it's worth buying it at the moment, if you did buy it and you enjoyed it, even if it's not quite worth as much as it is asking for, you probably wouldn't take it back. So I suppose that's a positive. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.